For the justices of the Ohio Supreme Court, this is a routine day at the office.
Our next case is 2018-1137, Nationwide Mutual Fire Insurance Company versus Barbara Pusser et al.
For the lawyers who present cases, oral arguments are anything but ordinary.
Well, it can be intimidating, not just because you're in front of a panel of 7 of the most accomplished and seasoned judges, but the courtroom itself is rather ornate.
The main courtroom's decor and the cases heard in the plush surroundings are both distinct. Each year, approximately 2,000 cases are filed with the Supreme Court. About 1,400 of those the court has the choice to hear. To be considered, each must have a public or great general interest. Only about 80 of those discretionary cases end up being heard.
You understand just by the way the room feels that very serious things are decided.
In most instances, it's a years-long process for those successful attorneys from the start of an appeal to when they have their day in court. When that time comes, there's an understandable anxiety.
I am nervous and uncomfortable in the hours leading up to the argument, and I was the first time, I was today. But when I start arguing, it becomes comfortable pretty quickly.
For the most part, it's an intellectual discussion about the law with 7 people that like to have intellectual discussions about the law.
After spending countless hours researching and crafting their interpretation of a law or policy, an attorney's 15 minutes of fame begins. But at any point during their presentation, this can happen.
What should that information be?
Why would a court need to make findings about whether or not they're indigent?
What language in the statute did it disregard?
Would that be an abuse of discretion?
Since most cases aren't unanimous, there's the challenge of answering to jurists who interpret the issues differently.
I need to think about the issue from all angles and be ready to try to chart a course through that potential disagreement.
And when time's up,
Thank you.
the guessing game begins.
Could I have answered a question better? Could I have made that argument more clear?
Unlike the trial court, decisions aren't announced for months.
Thank you, gentlemen. We'll take the matter under advisement, and you'll be notified of our decision.
As the advocates anxiously wait, win or lose, they've achieved something few get to experience.
It's very exciting and fun for a lawyer to get the opportunity to argue to the highest court in Ohio. It's special.
I'm Chaba Sukost for Court News Ohio.